What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live stream today. We'll be looking at the latest Arsenal transfer news. It's the usual, linked with everyone, signed no one. Eventually, we will make signings and we will have something to celebrate. But for today, it's much more of the same. And as you can see by the title, being linked with another goalkeeper, potentially Hector Bellerin on his way out. And Emile Smith Rowe is flattered by the Aston Villa interest. I said before, there is no smoke without fire. Reports are that Aston Villa will make a third offer for Smith Rowe. Now, you do not make a third offer for a player unless you've had some sort of encouragement. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he wants to leave. But what I'm saying is there is something in that situation. Maybe he's not happy with the offers he's received from Arsenal. Big up Errol, man, said Smith Rowe to Villa. You can relax. We'll be kicking off if that happens. Buenos Aires Guna. Oh, look, a Kia Drapchin player. The only type Edu seems to get over the line. Linked with this player, FC, the usual. Abdullah, big up Curtis and the guys like the vid. Big up people. Chabudi said, yes, goodbye, Belland. I mean, I'm not sure Bellerin has gone yet. Hendaguna, good afternoon, Curtis, and all watching. Let's see what Make No Sense FC get up to today. Whatever they do, it will probably make no sense, as you say. Big up to Samuel, afternoon, Curtis. Big up yourself, and big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in, as always. And let's have a look at the latest Arsenal news, people, and debate whether these are players we would be interested in or not. The first one is Neto. No, not the flying Portuguese left winger who plays for Wolves. It's the 31-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper who plays for Barcelona. Arsenal are being linked with him. I'm kind of a little bit... I'm not too sure what the situation is with Arsenal and this whole goalkeeper situation. We're being linked with a lot of goalkeepers, and it's like, are we looking at a goalkeeper to come in and challenge Bernd Leno, who will probably be the number 2, but will have enough quality that he can really push Bernd Leno and potentially even take him out of the team? Or are we signing a goalkeeper with the thought of, okay, let's get a number 1 goalkeeper and let's sell Bernd Leno? Because a lot of the reports going around are that Leno wants to leave Arsenal. Now, why would we have sold Emi Martinez, kept Leno? All right, that's fair enough if you make that decision. That's fine. But surely then you get Leno to extend his contract at the time that you decide to let Emi Martinez go. You can't then let Leno have 2 years left and go, you know what, actually, I don't really want to stay here now. I've had enough. You're not in Europe. I'm going to get out of it. Daniel Van Rooyen said, actually forgot he was at Barcelona. Neto has only made 17 appearances in the last 2 seasons at Barcelona. He doesn't get in the team. They play Ter Stegen in goal, who is, a fantastic goalkeeper. And this guy basically plays in the cup competitions, or if Ter Stegen, is injured or whatever. So he is a backup goalkeeper. What my thought process is, if you're the number 2 goalkeeper at Barcelona, why would you come to Arsenal and be the number 2? I'd rather sit on Barcelona's bench than Arsenal's bench, and watch Messi score free kicks for Barcelona than watch Mohamed El Neni play backward passes for Arsenal, So the only reason this guy can leave Barcelona to come to Arsenal surely would be if Arsenal were saying, come here and be the first choice goalkeeper. Lucas said, I would like to keep Leno. I mean, Leno's got 2 years left on his contract. If Arsenal decide, listen, Leno, you ain't going nowhere, you may have to sit there for another year. But I think it's a little bit bad that we sacrificed such a good goalkeeper, and the guy who stayed a year later is going, yeah, you know what, I've had enough. I want to go back to Germany. MO7, rather get Sam Johnson. I agree. For me, Neto turns 32 this month. He doesn't get picked by Brazil. I mean, that's no fault of his own. I mean, Brazil have got Alisson and Ederson as their 2 goalkeepers. It's a very difficult Brazilian squad to get into. So I'm not having a go at him on that. I just look at it and I think he's nearly 32. He's 32 next week, actually. He's played 17 games in 2 years. He's a backup goalkeeper. You know, if he's coming in to be number 2 to Leno, I'm quite happy with that. If he's coming in to replace him and be number 1, then I'm certainly not happy with that. As I said yesterday, people, Matt Ryan is in talks with Real Sociedad about a move to La Liga. It looks like they're going to offer Matt Ryan the opportunity to be number 1 goalkeeper over there in La Liga. So I think any hope that Arsenal had of Matt Ryan coming to Arsenal is out the window. You know, why would he come and be Arsenal number 2 when he can play for Sociedad? I believe Sociedad are in Europe as well. Jay Mino said, I wouldn't take Neto. He's 31. He's number 2 at Barca. Wouldn't take him. Just to add to that as well, 32 years of age. He's on decent wages. And, you know, apparently they could want between 10 and 15 million pounds to bring him in. Now, to me, that does not represent good business. I think Arsenal would be better off looking elsewhere. But I'm just so interested to see what the situation is with Bernd Leno. Is Leno actually seeking a move, and Arsenal are looking for a number 1 goalkeeper? We've got a bit of breaking news that I'm going to get to actually in a second, and then we'll come back to the Neto situation. Charlie D said Neto is on 35k a week less than Leno. It's AK said, I'm a Barca fan and Neto is good. I mean, fair enough. Listen, maybe he is a good goalkeeper, but for me, I'm not sure if he's coming in as number 1, is he good enough? Is he better than Leno? Nicky Thompson said, hey guys, big up Big C. Neto was really good at Valencia before he made the switch to Barcelona. After 2 years without proper game time, he is not what he was, and I am uncertain he is an upgrade. And I appreciate your comment there. You know, I know a lot of people did rate him highly at Valencia. Hence why he got the move to Barcelona. But for me now, there's no guarantees that this guy is any better than Leno. How much would we get for Leno as well? 20, 25, 30 million, and then go and buy Neto for 15? I'm not sure that how much sense that situation makes. Omar, honestly, I have watched him a few times, Neto, when he was at Valencia. Haven't really seen him much at Barca, I got to be honest. He was decent back then. But as I'm saying, 2 years basically out of the game, 17 appearances, hardly played. Is he coming in to be number 1, 32, high wages possibly? I don't know. I don't know whether this one really fills me with excitement, you know. I think it's another, I don't know, it's almost a convenient move. It's a guy who wants to leave. He's at the back end of his career, although goalkeepers can play a lot longer. And, you know, I don't see it as a great move for Arsenal. I don't see it as, is he definitely an upgrade on Bernd Leno? And just looking more into this story, as someone just put in the comments, Neto's agent is none other than, you guessed it, Edu's best friend, Kia Jarapchin. Kia Jarapchin FC. We need a goalkeeper. Rather than scouting, finding someone, it's Kia Jarapchin's phone book again. Marvo said Neto is clear of Leno. I mean, listen, if he comes in and he's a revelation and he's better, then fair enough. Fair enough, I'll hold my hands up. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure for me. It seems like another convenient matter, you know, the same way Willian came out the phone book. Brown Envelopes FC, you know, Kia will get paid, Edu will get paid. Gunnar Vettel said, well, Neto is confirmed to Arsenal if that's the case. I'm telling you, when it's Kia Jarapchin's player and Edu's interested in him, he's going to end up at Arsenal. Someone's going to get a big fat check out of it or an envelope. Richard Reed said, big up Big C. Who knows what's going on with No Sense FC? Trust the PR process and be excited. It's crazy, isn't it? Knots21 said, you deserve a statue outside the Emirates, Curtis, giving your therapy to all the fans. Nah, listen, bro, happy to help. We're all going through it. Oh, his birthday's on the 19th. Apologies. So the week after. Listen, we'll see what happens. I'm sure Kia will be pushing this deal hard. I'm sure Edu will be on it as well because it will be a convenient deal to get done. This is interesting. Ali said, as a Barcelona fan, I'd rather have Neto as my number 1 than Leno. Neto is way better than Leno. Trust me. Okay, fair enough. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll hold my hands up. Maybe this guy is better than Leno, but we'll have to see. I'm happy that you guys are giving me different opinions. Some of you who are Barcelona fans or maybe watched him more at Valencia than I did. Fair enough. Maybe I've got it wrong. 15 million. He could be better than Leno. Ramon Ortiz, Curtis, would you get Jan Sommer? He did really good in the Euros for Switzerland, man. He was fantastic for them. And again, I think Sommer is approaching 30, but he definitely did well. Big up Omar Barnes, Big C, straight out of Kingston, Jamaica. I don't think we need an old backup. We need to keep a younger. As I said, is he coming in as a number 2, or are we actually going to sell Leno once this guy signs? I'm not really too sure on the situation. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. If we're signing a number 2 goalkeeper, then I think we should go for someone a little bit younger who can, you know, have a bit more patience. But Neto there from Barcelona, being linked with Arsenal. What do you guys think? £15 million? Is he better than Leno? Marvo saying he's clear of Leno. Some people saying he's old, picking up a paycheck. And like I said, people, he is Kia Jarachin's, you know, client. And we know what that means, you know. Kia Jarachin, Edu. You know, we've seen this story before, and it doesn't always end particularly well. So far, it's ended up with Willian on a 3-year deal on nearly 200 grand and Cedric Suarez at 28 on a 4-year contract. I'm sure we'll be linked with Coutinho at some stage. Rumours going around today that Barcelona would accept as little as £21 million for Philippe Coutinho. They paid over £130 million for Coutinho from Liverpool a few years ago. And apparently, again, Arsenal's name is being mentioned. There are no real quotes that back it up. But it says Arsenal, potentially Chelsea. Apparently, Everton have already approached him. And it's even saying Tottenham. Again, I'm not going to get into this story too much. But I just wondered, with Arsenal looking for a number 10, we know that Buendia's gone. Would you guys take Philippe Coutinho from Barcelona? 29 years of age, £250,000 a week. Is he past it, or is he still capable of that high level he was producing at Liverpool all them years ago? He's been at Barcelona for 3 years now. 18 appearances, 8 goals, 34 appearances, 5 goals. Last season, just 12 appearances with 2 goals. Do you know what? This one's a difficult one because sometimes you get caught up in what a player was. When I think about Coutinho at Liverpool, I'm like, yeah, give him to me straight away. I want him. But then you have to think to yourself, Coutinho's been out of the Prem for years. He's been injured. He's been on loan. He's on 250. He's 29. I don't know what level he is still at. And that's the problem for me. But I want to know your guys' opinion. For £21 million, would you take a chance on Philippe Coutinho? Be Nice and Humble said, as a Liverpool fan, I got to tell you, he's finished now. Chris Fraser said, I wouldn't want Coutinho. God Tier Coffee said, I'm a Barcelona fan, and I got to say, some of the business they've done has been ish. Their business has been unbelievably bad at times. Cello said, Maddison over Coutinho. No one looks very excited by that one. A plaster signing, putting a plaster over a big wound. Wayno said, nah, I'd give Phil a miss. Spec said, but what decent number 10s are left? It's a good point. As I said, for me, I like Mateus Pereira. I like Sabitzer, who's a bit more of an 8. Ben said, yes, sir. Talent is talent. Jake says no to Coutinho. You know, a lot of you seem like you don't want him. MD said on loan, yes. On a permanent, hell no. I kind of get that. If we could get Coutinho on loan, I would actually take him. If we had to buy him and take his wage and give him a free 4-year contract, I'd have to leave it. Cap said, no, we ain't seen him in ages. No, thanks. Kenneth said, Coutinho, Willian, part 2, same as Michael. One Love said, it's a big pass for me. So it looks like the fan base are definitely not happy with that. Chris said, I'd rather take Dybala. What I've been hearing, Chris, is that Dybala, I think under Pirlo, he was going to leave. But because Allegri's gone back there, apparently them two have got a brilliant relationship. And I think he's on the verge of signing a new contract. Now, let me give you the breaking news, what has broke on Twitter as we're live. The Italian dream is over for Arsenal. You're going to see this shortly. I'm just about to bring this on screen. As per Sports Media Set, Manuel Locatelli has said no to Arsenal. Time to move on and start thinking quickly. He has said no. Fabrizio Romano did an interview this morning that is now on YouTube where he said that Locatelli's move to Juventus has taken a big step forward. Apparently, Juventus have found a way to get this deal done at 40 million euros. Before, they were saying that, Juve didn't have the cash. Sassuolo wanted most of the money up front. But now there has been a breakthrough. Juventus have found a way to get closer to the deal happening. Although Fabrizio said the clubs have not totally agreed the deal yet, he said he is very sure that Manuel Locatelli will end up at Juventus. So Arsenal, any hopes they had? Listen, and I see a lot of you putting a smiley face and laughing face. Listen, for me, I never got my hopes up for this, right? Naturally, when we're linked with a good player, you get a little bit of hope. Just the fan inside you says, you know what I mean? Maybe we can get him. I was never confident this deal was going to happen. Like I said before, when we spoke about this a lot more in depth, I said the only way this deal happens is if Juventus just say, we cannot afford it. They back out and Sassuolo just throw him to us because they need the money. And I don't think he would have even been coming to Arsenal for the right reasons. It would have been, listen, I want to leave Sassuolo. Juventus can't afford me. I'll just come to Arsenal and get paid for a couple of years and then go somewhere else. Man said no, straight, hung up the phone. No, not interested. Thank you very much. Go and look elsewhere. Manuel Locatelli will not be joining Arsenal. That is the breaking news. I don't think any Arsenal fan is surprised by this. This guy, if you've got the potential to go to Juventus, you're going to really push for that move. And you're right, Marvs. Honestly, this for me as a transfer window, right? I think the thing what's really bothering me as a fan is even if there's been a lot of transfer windows where Arsenal haven't signed a major player, I've always believed that we can get that major player because it was like, we've got Champions League. All right, then we ended up in Europa League, but we still had Europa League. We were still one of the favourites to win that competition every season. So it still felt like we could convince a player and say, listen, come here for 1 year. We'll win the Europa League. We'll be back in the Champions League. Now you can't even offer a player that. So even a mid-table player may look at Arsenal and go, nah, do you know what? I'll leave it. I'll wait a year and stay at my mid-table club because I'll get a better move than Arsenal. The same thing, what's happening with Ben White. 4 years ago, Ben White would have already signed for Arsenal. We've offered the deal. Ben White would have jumped through hoops to go to Arsenal. What? Arsene Wenger, Champions League, double my wages. It would have been a done deal. But now what they're doing, they're going, do you know what? Yeah, I would go to Arsenal, but I'll wait. I'll just wait and see what else gets offered to me because I might get a Chelsea move. I might get a Liverpool move. I might get a Man City move. And that's unfortunately what is happening to Arsenal now. We're becoming that afterthought, that second option. They're going, you know what? I would join you, but let me see if I get a better offer. And if I don't get a better offer, then I'll go there. But that's not really where I want to go. And that for me is a sad state of affairs. We're such a legendary football club. Look at the green screen, History Channel settings. We've got, I go to Manchester City's ground before and, I didn't really see any statues around there. There's no history. You go to the Emirates, the Gold Premier League, all them FA Cups, Wenger, all the great players we've had. But the club have sat on that for too long and not moved. And what we're going to have to do, in my opinion, we need to go and pick off the best players from clubs and players that are desperate to come to us, because I don't think we can go to that top table. And I said this before, I always look at this Liverpool situation, how they rebuilt, because they had a similar situation at times where they had no Europe. They got Mane from Southampton. They got Firmino from Hoffenheim. They got, Salah from Roma. They got Wijnaldum from Newcastle, who'd been relegated. He got Henderson from Sunderland. Joe Gomez came from Charlton Athletic. They were the smart signings. There were players that had hunger, They had energy. They had massive potential to improve. They needed the right coach, the right system, and all those pieces of the jigsaw clicked. And a lot of you make a lot of sense here. The difference could be Klopp. The difference could be Klopp. We might find them pieces, but do we have the right guy, steering the ship in Mikel Arteta? He needs to start improving players that we've got. I have no doubt that a player like Nicolas Pepe would thrive under a different manager, would score more goals, would play on a regular basis. Jurgen Klopp called Gabriel Martinelli a generational talent of a youngster. He said he's one of the best youngsters in European football, in his opinion. Yet this guy don't get a look in at Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. Why is that? And I understand at the start of the season he had injury problems, but how come players like Eddie and Nketiah have had so much game time, but Martinelli hasn't? This is the problem. Before you look to sign new players, you have to create a system within your own team. So when you sign a player, he fits into that system. With Arsenal, it's like we scout a player, we go, yeah, he's a good player. And then we bring him to Arsenal and it's like, well, how are we going to fit him into our team? How are we going to fit him into our system? I saw something that somebody put up today about Nicolas Pepe, and it was his average positions on the pitch when he was at Lille compared to Arsenal. At Lille, he plays off the right-hand side, a little bit more central, and he's almost getting into striker positions at times. That's why he was scoring so many goals. When he's playing for Arsenal, he's literally hugging the touchline and playing like a right midfielder and, tucking inside, dropping deep, helping the right back. Doesn't look as much of a goal threat. If you look at him towards the end of the season, he gets doubled up on a lot. So we've got to use what we've got more if we're going to thrive this season. But we need something to lift the spirits. Chris Fraser said, Pereira, seriously, you're spot on, Curtis. I'm telling you, I think he's quality. Like I said, I know he scored a lot of penalties last year, but I was impressed with him both times against Arsenal, particularly in that game at the Emirates when he scored against us. Hey, big up my boy Turkish in the chat. Hope you're well, bro. Go and subscribe to his channel as well. He said, top table. We haven't even got a knife and fork. Yo, I'm telling you, man eating with their hands, bro. Walking out with greasy hands. It's mad. Listen, I'm gonna have to get you on here at some stage, Turkish, bro. We need to talk about Arsenal. But no, you're right. You're right. We ain't at that top table, man. We definitely ain't got a knife and fork right now. That it's not a nice lunch. When you get that meal deal from the shop and there's, the bread's dry and, they don't taste too good, man. That's how we're eating right now. We were living lavish back in the day. You know what I mean? Eating steak and lobster and that under Henri. Right now, we're eating some dry food. It ain't working. But yeah, we'll have to see. Like I said, people, Arsenal linked with everyone, signing no one right now. But we'll have to see. I mean, all we can do is wait. Maybe we'll panic buy at the end of the window and get 3 players in on deadline day. School lunch settings, man, I'm telling you. Sometimes you had the bad school lunch or them sloppy school dinners, man, where the dinner lady just used to, get the big spoon and just slop it down on your plate. And you look at it like, what is that? That's the kind of madness we're doing right now. Big up Turkish. Man came in on smoke. Man said, yo, we ain't even got a knife and fork. Camille, big up for the super chat, bro. Said this window is peak of the hill for Arsenal. Before was Champions League, then Europa League. Few seasons of name, gravity, and money. Now it's too long. Plus chaos at a club. Nobody good wants to come. You make a great point there because people don't care what you did in the past for long. It will give you a little bit of something for a couple of years, but after a couple of years, it disappears out the window. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to create new history. And this is what I'm saying now, a young player, an 18-year-old, like a Camavinga. Camavinga's being rated as one of the best young midfielders. He's got an opportunity to move. At 18, he's never seen Arsenal win the title. The last time we won the title, this guy was probably in nappies. So he's never seen major success at Arsenal. So where we've had a lot of French players who used to love Arsenal because they've seen Henri, they've seen all this. Man like Camavinga, in his mind, Manchester City are a bigger club than Arsenal to him because he ain't even seen us when he was good. He's probably thinking, I ain't even seen that. You know what I mean? I don't even really know. Yeah, of course, he would have heard about your Henri's and stuff. But you have to create new history, and that's what's sad. And this is why I said the other day, I remember going to the Emirates when fans were trying to get Arsene Wenger out. And there was protests week after week after week. It was quite toxic in the stadium. There was banners, fans were booing him. Now, I understood the frustration with Arsene Wenger because I felt he needed to leave. But what I'm saying, as a fan base, if our fan base pushed a legend of the football club out the door, even though I believe he did need to go, then why can't the fan base come together and try and get the owners out of the football club? Now, I'm not saying that we can just get the owners out of the football club, but we have to at least try and make life uncomfortable for them, make them second guess and go, do you know what? We don't know if this is worth it, or can we damage a sponsorship deal? You saw with Manchester United, Adidas are complaining that shirt sales have dropped at Manchester United because United have one of the biggest sponsorship deals in the world with Adidas, and the shirt sales have dropped. You have to damage the brand and the sponsors and make life a little bit uncomfortable. Our fan base have to do that. As I've said time and time again, I don't believe Arsenal will reach the pinnacle or even challenge with these owners in charge. Remember that 250 million that they fed us, told us we was all getting? Where's that 250 million right now, people? You know, it's probably 250 pounds, not million. You know, they feed things when they need to, when it's season tickets, when it's new kits, you know. Man said that square pizza. I remember that dry pizza at school, man. Darren said, just locked, bless Curtis and people in the chat. Yeah, big up to everyone. Over 1,100 of you people. Smash the like button. Can we hit 1,000 likes? And subscribe if you haven't already. Big up South London's finest. Yeah, man, road to 30k. Red Ludite said 100, Curtis. Kroenke has to go. Listen, what he's doing at this football club is criminal. It's absolutely criminal that he's getting away with it. Do you know what? I missed a comment there. It's gone off screen, but someone just said the Super League don't look so bad after all. I'm telling you, Kroenke was banking on the Super League. That was his meal ticket. That's why he wasn't leaving, because he said, what? 300 million they were giving us to go in the Super League. That's why he was saying, let me stay until 2021 and then it's jackpot. 300 million, Super League, no relegation. I'll spend the 300 million. That ain't out of my pocket. We'll be playing Barca and Real every year and I'm good. That fell through. Now this guy's left with this on his hands. What we have to do as a fan base, like I say, I don't think we can just force an owner out, but what we should do is make life a little bit more uncomfortable for him. Just a little bit. Turn it into an issue. Let Josh Kroenke ring him and say, yo, I came to the last game of the season and they had 10,000 protesting. And we were allowed 10,000 fans inside the ground and only 4,000 turned up. And there was empty seats and shirt sales have dropped. Adidas are complaining that shirt sales are down on the last 2 years. And you know, those things there, and it's trending all over Twitter, Kroenke out, and fans were booing inside the stadium. You've got to make your presence felt as a fan base. I said this before as an ex-player at a much lower level than what they play at. Fans are the blood of any football club. It's the circulation. It's what keeps a football club ticking over, the fans. Players come and go. Do you know what I mean? Players come and go. They kiss the badge and sign for rivals. Footballers and fans are different. Fans are connected to the football club for life. We have to make our presence felt. You know, you can't just sit back and let these man muggers off, because all of a sudden we'll all have the new kit. We'll all be back in the ground, you know, and we'll be in the same situation. And it's unfortunate because they know that emotional attachment is very difficult to let go of. Nick said our supporters bottled that protest at the end of the season. We got to go again. We got to go again. We're allowed a full stadium next season. You know, the announcement was made yesterday, Boris Johnson. Full stadiums. Full stadium. 60,000 at the Emirates. First home game of the season. Who do we play first home game? Is it Chelsea or Man City first home game? Forgive me. I know we got Brentford away. First home game is... Oh, and obviously we got the that Mind Series Cup as well. Where I think we're playing Tottenham and Chelsea. Chelsea at home. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Makil. Chelsea at home. Now, you think about that, people. Second game of the Premier League season. Chelsea at home. It will be live on Sky Sports. 60,000 Arsenal fans back at the Emirates, or 50,000 with... well, they haven't revealed yet about away fans, but 60,000 fans at the Emirates. Chelsea at home. Sky Sports, all the cameras, everything what happened last season. Imagine if we've got 10,000 fans or 20,000 fans protesting outside the ground, making noise. We're not accepting this. You didn't spend enough money in the window. Obviously, listen, I could be wrong. They could go and blow 200 million and we're all happy. But it doesn't look likely right now from where I am right now. Out of Europe versus Champions League winners. Listen, and you're so right, infamous mob. I'm going to be sitting there thinking, and all Arsenal fans should be sitting there thinking, look where Chelsea were and look where they are now and look where we were and look where they are. They've won 2 Champions Leagues, but we was in the final before them. We were in that competition every single year when they weren't. You know, top players are being linked with moves. I see a story today linking Mbappe with Liverpool. Mbappe's got a year left on his deal. They're saying he may not renew the contract. He's being linked with Liverpool. Mbappe should be linked with Arsenal. You know, French player and all that. Yo, listen, Turkish, I'm telling you, I'm ready. We have to do that. We need to arrange walkouts, have banners ready. Bruv, Chelsea at home. First home game of the season. All right, Brentford away, you know, it's different. I'm not sure what the situation is with away fans yet. They haven't announced yet whether you can go to away games. But Chelsea at home, 60,000, Super Sunday, Sky Sports, fans. I'm pretty sure we're going to be annoyed with this transfer window. We got to do something from day one. We can't wait till the end of the season when it's too late, when we finished 8th, when we're not even in Europe. Turkish, if you're free now, let me know, bro. I'll send you the link. Just let me know in the chat. If you're busy, no worries. We'll arrange something else. But if you're free, I'll send you the link. Just let me know in the chat, bro. But yeah, the fans, I'm telling you, man, because this is just getting ridiculous. Get them all out. Big up Tipperary in the chat. Get them all out. I don't like this manager. Like I said, you know, today, Arsenal's name being linked with Philip Coutinho. Guess who his agent is? Kia Jarapchin. Now we want a new goalkeeper. Who is it? Neto. Okay, Barcelona. Guess who his agent is? Kia Jarapchin. Edu and Kia Jarapchin. We sacked all of our scouts to rely on Edu, who has never done this job, and the only agent that he really deals with is Kia Jarapchin. And this guy hasn't even got like lists and lists of great players. He's not a George Mendes or a Mino Raiola where they've got the creme de la creme of the world on their books. This guy's got a lot of aging players on big contracts, and they all seem to be ending up at Arsenal. Big up Jashar. Thank you for the super chat, bruv. Hope you're well. Said Locatelli, do you have Champions League? Mikel Arteta, no. Locatelli, do you have Europa? Mikel Arteta, no. Locker, sorry, I don't want to play in the Conference League. Mikel Arteta, that's a relief. We're not in that either. Hello, are you still there? I'm telling you. How can you sell Arsenal to a big player right now? It's not easy, you know. It's not easy. Europa League is not a great competition at all. But at least we had that, we had that presence of, we could have said to a player, yo, listen, we'll win the Europa League next year. You know, there's a great chance we'll win that. And you haven't even got to play in the group games because we'll win all them group games without even putting a strong team out. That's an elite super chat, by the way. Big up Jashar, man. Like, can you imagine what this guy's saying to try and convince players? I genuinely think Edu, and we brought this up the other day, Edu has not negotiated a deal with anybody who doesn't have a release clause or was cheap or was Kia Jarapchin. He basically is managed by Kia Jarapchin, similar to how Nuno was being managed by George Mendes. Like, it's the exact same thing. Club is behaving in the summer window like we finished top 4. 100 million%. You would think the way we're behaving that we're in Champions League. Oh, don't worry, everyone. You know, put your feet up, go on holiday. Yeah, put your arms behind your head, hit the beach, go to the Bahamas, mate. Yeah, we're in the Champions League. We got 200 million to spend. All these big players want to join us. Life is good. Life is good. Edu's doing, you know, spinning the jet ski around the Algarve in Portugal. Arteta, I don't know where Arteta is. We ain't heard from him for a while. These men are acting like we're in the top 4. Like, life is good. We're not even in Conference League, bruv. We should have been out the traps. You know, like when you watch the dogs race and they just come out the traps. Bam, bam, bam. You see man's head just nodding. That's how Arsenal should have been. Soon as that transfer window opened, 9th of June, bang, business. Let's get down to business. Who's number one signing? Get him done. Get him done. Give this fan base something to believe in. Give them a signing that makes them all think we're serious. Like you said, yo, Axe, where's Daniel Ek? Cancel Spotify, people. Get it off. Get it off. I saw loads of people upgrading to premium. This bold fraud's disappeared, bruv. Where's he at? Talking about he's not disappearing and I'm coming with Vieira. Vieira's at Palace. You know what I mean? Henry's back with Belgium. Where's your consortium? You gassed us all up, made everyone go to premium. Now you've disappeared, you know? But then did we do enough to back him and support him? I don't know. We have to look at ourselves as well. Big up, Camille. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Kroenke is not leaving. Your biggest chance is him hitting the bucket. Oh, no. As he is about 150. Nah. We can't encourage them type of antics. You know, we just it's got to be football. Biggest problem at the moment, Edu recruitment in is a joke out beyond that. Yeah, well, he definitely is not the man to negotiate a deal, man. You know, he clearly doesn't know how to get big players in. Yo, cancel Spotify, man. Let's go Apple Music. Someone's got to buy us, surely, man. But yeah, Daniel Ek, where you at, man? All that gas talk, all them interviews, you know, I'm sure the share prices have gone up on Spotify real quick, you know. Big up Anthony, thank you for the super chat, bro. Much appreciated. Arteta as boss equals fail. Edu/Vinay equals fail. Kroenke's equal fail. The blind leading the blind. How can a club like Arsenal replace its scouting system with a dodgy super agent? And do you know what, bruv? Everything you're saying there is correct. Edu at the moment is completely out of his depth. He looks like he can't handle what's going on. Vinay the same. The Kroenkes don't even care about winning. And like you said, Arteta at this moment has failed. And we've gone with a super agent. I don't even think Kia Jarapchin's a super agent. He's just a big name. You know, Mino Raiola, as much as people say he's a criminal, this, that, the other, he's got big boy players on his books. If you want a striker, he's got a Haaland. Do you know what I mean? If you want a striker or you want a midfielder, this guy's giving you 30-year-olds who are on 200 grand who have had injury problems. So, yeah, the club have gone in completely the wrong direction, you know, letting all them scouts disappear and trying to roll with Kia Jarapchin. He has never had any history of rebuilding a club. You know, you look at George Mendes, he's took Wolves from the Championship. He got them in the Europa League, in the Premier League. They've got a bunch of quality players at Wolves who you would take. You would take Neto and players like that. But this guy is crazy. As you say, Kaiser, man, Renato Sanchez, people, another player that I've been sitting there going, go and get him. He would be perfect for Arsenal. Rumours are now saying Liverpool are in the driving seat to get this deal done. They see him as a Gini Wijnaldum replacement, and they are making moves for him. 42 million euros, apparently, is the price that Lille could be willing to accept. I'm sure Liverpool will have no problem paying that with Champions League football. I don't know. It seems to be going from one bad story to another at the moment now. You know, like I said, with no Europe, it's very difficult to convince players to come to the club, especially big players. And it's not looking good. It's not looking good at the moment for Arsenal. All we can do is hope at this stage, but we'll have to see, people. We'll have to see. Mr. Modo, thank you for the super chat, bro. Said, I agree with you. Mbappe should 100% be linked with Arsenal. He's a typical Arsenal signing, but we now look deluded for even having such a thought. If you said that openly with no context and you know what, Arsenal should buy Mbappe, people would actually laugh at that statement. I go, what? Arsenal, Mbappe? You know, you can't even mention them players in terms of Arsenal, you know. Maybe we could sign Mbappe's younger brother, but we can't buy him. We wouldn't even be an afterthought, you know. We were supposed to move to the Emirates to be competing with Barca and Bayern. We're competing with Villa and Southampton and players and clubs like that. Jack said, hey, Curtis, you're a cracking player, by the way. Big up, Jack, man. You know your football. Get Messi before Villa do. Yeah, Messi's out of contract, man. Offer him the training ground. Give him 50% of the football club. Maybe he'll come to us, man. You never know, do you? But hey, is what it is. Nearly 1,300 of you in here, people. Smash a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me try and brighten your mood up a little bit. I don't want it all to be doom and gloom. Although at the moment, it's not great. It is not great. Like you said, Eddie Nketiah rejects a new contract, but he could be on his way out. Bring in Wenger as director of football. Would you guys do that? Or, would he be good to help Mikel Arteta? But one player that looks like he could be on his way out, although the deal is not completely wrapped up yet, Hector Bellerin. Inter have reached an agreement with Hector Bellerin. Arsenal want between 20 and 25 million. Inter want a loan with an option. Discussions will take place imminently. Now, when I've been doing some research into this, it is saying that they believe a deal can be done with a loan with an obligation to buy him, which obviously is not great because Inter would pay maybe a couple of £1 million, take him on loan until the end of next season, and then buy him next season for around 20 million. Arsenal obviously want the player to be sold now so that we get the money straight away. But the unfortunate thing is, and I understand what you're saying, Chris says Narcel permanent, Lone Star go permanent. The problem we got, like I said yesterday, Hector Bellerin earns £110,000 a week. 110 grand a week. Now, only a top team in Europe can afford to pay that wage. You then ask for 20 to 25 million on top of that, and you've got yourself a big problem because Hector Bellerin is not getting a move to Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, any of the top four in England. So who can afford the wage and the transfer fee? Now, Inter have just sold Hakimi to Inter for around 65 million. So they do have some money, although a lot of that is going back into the debts that they've got at the moment. I think we've got to put our foot down and sort of say, listen, man, you do need to buy him now. Even if this deal is structured over a long period of time and we make it a lot more easier for them to pay the cash, I want to see this guy sold rather than going on loan. Even though, listen, obligation to buy means they have to buy him next summer. I just think it looks really poor if we're loaning a player like Hector Bellerin. We need the money up front, really. Marla07 said, Curtis, what do you think of Leeds getting Junior Firpo? Surely we could have gone in for him as well. We need a right back. I mean, Firpo is signed for Leeds United. Can play left back and right back. We're going for Nuno Tavares. It's crazy. Leeds are signing a more highly rated fullback than we are. I know Tavares is being signed as a backup, but that's certainly an interesting deal. Obviously, I don't know if anyone saw this story come out yesterday that Barcelona are £200 million they need to clear off their books. And apparently, they can't even register Depay, Aguero, and Eric Garcia into their first team squad until they sell some more players. Apparently, they're trying to sell Pjanic, Umtiti, and Philip Coutinho. Jashar said, calm down, everyone. Don't forget we signed Leo Messi before the window. I mean, if only you could change that O to the I and we signed Lionel Messi. But not quite the same level player. Big up Deluded in the chat. Hope you're well, bro. He said CSFC. Come on, man. DGFC as well. Don't think I ain't see them long-range belters man's been scoring, bro. I'm telling you, we could do with you over Hecky B right now, bro. You know them ones. Big up DG. Big up all the man them in the chat. Big up my boy Franny Green in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Turkish's channel, Deluded's channel, and Franny's channel, people. The Arsenal... Well, what should I call it? Does the Arsenal circus continues? A guy messaged me today and he said, you need to calm down, mate. The transfer window don't close till the end of August. We'll probably sign loads of players next month. And I said, you know what, mate? You were saying that to me last month. Oh, calm down. Don't worry, mate. When the Euros is coming towards the end, we'll have signed 3 or 4 players. We haven't signed no one. Do you know what I mean? So we got a lot of work to do, man, because I'm looking at the top 4 and I'm going, well, Man City are trying to buy players for 100 mil. Liverpool have bought Konate. Chelsea will spend. They'll spend. United have bought Sancho. They're trying to buy Varane. We got to move. We got to start moving and shaking. Get DG on the AFTV team. DG, yo, I told the man, if you're ready, you join, bro. Right back. We're ready for you, man. I see this guy lifting silverware. He might not want to join. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. No, listen, me and DG will definitely get some work done over the next week or so. Euros finishes on Sunday. Everything calms down. Lots of time. It'll be collab season, as we build up to the start of the season. Be excited, people. Be excited. We got Nuno Tavares in quarantine. Apparently he's allowed out of quarantine on Thursday, so he will be at the training ground Thursday and Friday, tying up his medical. Nuno Tavares, who let the dogs out, Snoop Doggy Dog settings, people, you know what I mean? Then we got Sambi Lakonga. He's on his way as well. We probably never heard of him 6 months ago, but let's hope. Let's hope he's a talent. Fingers crossed. But we need more than that. We need a whole lot more than that. No disrespect to those two. They're going to help the squad, I'm sure. But we need something that's going to, push us over the line, try and get us competing right now, bruv. Scooby-Doo settings, man. I don't even know if that's Scooby-Doo we've signed, mate. It's more like Scrappy-Doo, the little one, I don't even know. Yeah, man's in the kennels, bruv. You know what I mean? Man's in the dog kennels waiting to be let out. It's crazy, bruv. Do you know the funny thing? 4 years ago, when we landed Europa League football, I said, yo, I remember saying, I'm not even going to watch these games. That tournament's rubbish. Thursday night, I'd rather watch EastEnders, mate, see what Phil Mitchell's doing. Right now, the Europa League looks like the promised land to me. I can't even see the Champions League. I don't even remember Arsenal playing in the Champions League. It seems like that long ago. I just want Europa League right now, you know what I mean? Oh, just give me that theme song. I'll take it. Thursday night, I'll take it. Europa League. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for moaning about Europa League. I will take Dundalk on a Thursday night in a group game with no one in the stadium. I'll take it. I'm sorry for complaining about it. Just give us Europe. We're Brexit FC right now, people. I don't know what's going on with us. The competition I used to laugh at, now I'm hoping that we qualify for it. Just give me 6th in the league, Europa League. Give us 2-2 signings and we move forward. Because right now, Champions League, that seems like a distant memory for me right now. I don't even know what it feels like to be in the Champions League. It's a distant memory, man. I'm telling you. Europa League settings, man. I'll take it. I'll take it, people. It's all mad. Arsenal, we got the waviest kits. We got great PR and all that, but not much else right now. I don't know what's going off. I'll take Dundalk away, man. I'll be happy to fly over there. Man said showing the vocals. Now, I won't make it on X Factor, man. You don't want to hear me singing, I'm telling you. Big up Vegas Gunner with a super chat. Hope you're well, bro. He said, whenever we see an Arsenal player linked to be sold, just take 5 to 10 million off the price you see. Seems like no one wants the players we're trying to bin. Like I always say, bro, you go in your wardrobe right now, you pull out them old jumpers, them old clothes that you haven't had and worn for a long time. They might not fit you too well. Yo, you put them on eBay, bro. You ain't getting too much money for them, They're not worth what you think they're worth. And that's what it is with Arsenal. We got some dusty old jumper in midfield. Yeah, I call this my Xhaka. I paid 100 for this, but, we give me 70 for it. They're like, bro, come on, man. That's worth £12, bro. I'll give you 12 quid for it. That's how we're moving right now. I got some old tight vest that I used to go gymming, but I put a bit of weight on now. But, there's 2 holes in the back of it. I paid £30 for that. Will you give me 20 for it? They're like, bro, come on, man. I'll give you £3 for that at the most. That's how Arsenal are moving. These are charity shop clothes, and we're trying to get money for them. It don't work like that, But hey, it is what it is. Jashar said, big up Curtis, elite audience, Turkish DG and Franny in the chat. Yeah, I'm telling you, you know what? We should be doing a show, actually, all of us. After this week, Sunday, with all the Euros and the watch-alongs calming down, collab season, people, let's, we have to link up and we'll start working, man. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm telling you, garage sale settings, man. Anyone who watches Gary V, what does he call it? Trash talk or something? Man goes around and buys all everyone's junk and then tries to flip life. That's what these men are doing to Arsenal right now. Take the trash and see what you can make. Turkish needs to come on and talk about the protests. 100%, bro. 100%. We'll try and sort something. Let's move on. More stories, people. More stories coming out again. Now, before we get into this, I'm not going to say that this story is concrete and that it's definitely like there's anything in it. But I remember when I kept reading this. When a club makes an offer for a player, Sometimes you just try your luck. You view a situation. They might have looked Villa and gone, do you know what? I like that Smith Rowe. What's his contract situation? He gets about 30 grand a week, Emil Smith Rowe. 2 years left. Just go and make an offer and see what happens. Gets rejected. When they come back the second time, and then now apparently they're coming back the third time, I said the other day, there's no smoke without fire. There's no way on earth that they haven't been given encouragement that a deal could potentially be possible. And it looks like there has been some encouragement. According to Priest Observer, Aston Villa sporting director Johan Lang has been encouraged after talks with Smith Rowe's representatives, with the player said to be blown away by Villa's interest in him. Now, when I've looked into this story, Emil Smith Rowe earns his basic wages around 20 grand a week. With bonuses, he gets 30 grand a week. Apparently, Aston Villa are willing to give him £75,000 a week. Now, when you're a young player, bear in mind that 2 years ago, he was on loan at Huddersfield, plugging away. They was in a relegation battle in the Championship. He's come back to Arsenal, got in the first team, done really well. He's talking a new contract. Villa are saying, we'll buy you 4-5-year deal. We got Buendia, Grealish, McGinn, Barkley. We play good football. We slapped up Arsenal twice. We've got a system that works. We attack. You can play in the number 10 and you're 30 grand a week with bonuses. We'll turn that into 75 grand a week with bonuses, mate. With bonuses, probably even more. It's going to turn your head, and sometimes as a player or even in any walk of life, you can be in a decent job, but all of a sudden, when another company makes an offer for you and they offer you big money and all these luxuries, and you start to think to yourself, do you know what? I'm worth more than this £10 an hour job. This guy's just come over and said, company car, £20 an hour. You don't have to work Saturdays, and all of a sudden you're coming back into your normal job with a bit of an attitude like, do you want to do some overtime Sunday? Nah, man, I'm not even available, man. Oh, guess what? I can't even work Saturday either. You know what I mean? You're starting to give one-word answers. Nah, man, move, man. Nah, I'll leave anyway. You know what I mean? And this is probably how Smith Rowe's feeling. Like, Arsenal might be going, your 30 grand, we'll give you 50 grand. And he's going, what? Villa are saying 75 grand a week. So I do think that Arsenal need to be careful with this situation. Don't get me wrong. I believe he wants to stay at Arsenal. I think he does love Arsenal. He's always tapping the badge, this, that, the other. But I always say, don't think that because a player's kissing his badge that he wants to stay at the football club. Do you know what I mean? Man can kiss their badge. I'm sure, didn't Van Persie kiss the badge? Do you know what I'm saying? Didn't Fabregas kiss the badge? Next minute, these man, Fabregas was lobbing Peter Cech at Stamford Bridge. Van Persie was getting Guard of Honor, Premier League champion at the Emirates. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we said, Fran, ESR is in his agent's ear the whole time. Listen, Fran, you've been in the agent industry as well. The agent works for the player, not the other way round. He could have shut this whole interest down from day one, Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe could have quite easily said, listen, I'm not interested in Villa. Tell Villa I'm not interested. Villa have obviously said, listen, we know you love it at Arsenal. We know that's your club. But how does 75 grand a week sound and playing number 10 with Jack Grealish on the left? Do you know what I mean? So remember, people, agents don't pursue unless players give it the go-ahead. Fran, you know this. What he's probably doing, he's saying, listen, I want to stay at Arsenal. I'm going to be honest. I want to stay at Arsenal. But if Arsenal don't meet my demands, then do you know what? I would consider Aston Villa. But you lot need to agree a deal with Arsenal. There's no way Aston Villa, who they're saying in this story are preparing a third bid this week, there's no way that they're just coming back if they haven't been given encouragement, as I say. And Arsenal need to understand what is going on. We are not invincible anymore. We are not Premier League champions. We don't have Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp anymore. That's why I call it History Channel settings when I put these men on the green screen. These players will leave. These players will leave if the club don't fix up. Emil Smith Rowe sitting there now going, I want to play for England. I want to play for England. World Cup's in a year. I want to play for England. Where am I going to have the best opportunity? of playing for England. In an Arsenal team that's playing poor football, that doesn't score that many goals, where the tactics don't look great, where the players are unhappy, the fans want the owner to go, they're protesting. It can look a little bit toxic there. Or do I go to Villa? Big club on the up. They play great football. Grealish FC, Ross Barkley, you know what I mean? McGinn, Buendia, John Terry's assistant manager, you know, maybe he's got a little connection with Gareth Southgate, you know. I can get you in the England squad, Emil, man. Arteta ain't got them links. He don't know Gareth. I know Gareth. You know what I mean? These things can blind a youngster. Yo, do you know what? 75 grand, my little 4-bed house that I'm living in, I can turn that into a 7-bed with 2 swimming pools if I go to Villa. Do you know what I mean, brother? These things add up. People can't think because he slaps the badge, yo, he'll never leave. It don't matter. Don't matter about the badge. I'll slap the badge. Yo, thanks for that 30 grand. But 75 grand sounds a lot better. So Arsenal have to be careful. I don't believe that Emil Smith Rowe wants to leave Arsenal Football Club. I think he loves Arsenal. I think he's willing to commit and sign a new contract. But if Arsenal are moving arrogant and thinking, because he's a youngster and, you know, we can just offer him 40 grand, 50 grand, and he's going to just say thanks and be thankful, you're worth generally what a club is willing to pay you, you know. You're worth what they're willing to pay. If a club offers you 100 grand a week, they see you as worth 100 grand a week. No other club in the world might not see it. So all of a sudden, what Smith Rowe's probably doing is going back to Arsenal and saying, okay, Villa are willing to give me 75 grand a week, so I want to see you match that. And Arsenal might be going, yo, but we only planned on giving you 50 grand a week. Then you've got a problem. Then you've got to negotiate. How far will Arsenal go? What I'll say is Arsenal cannot afford to lose him. They can't afford to. They can't be arrogant to just think he will stay because it's Arsenal. Villa have already shown, you know, we went to battle with them and we lost out. You know, they probably thought Buendia was a done deal. Camille said, I bet Emil will consider it. He will earn more and play more. Bigger chance to develop in Villa without dramas than parachute to a bigger club like Grealish. Do you know what I'm saying? They've got to be careful. Villa could even be saying that to him. Come here for 2 or 3 years. We'll develop you. I'll get you in the England squad. And then forget Arsenal. You'll be going Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool. They've got to be careful. Listen, Chucky, listen, I hope that maybe I'm viewing too much into it. It's the pessimistic side of me as an Arsenal fan. And he's going to sign the new deal. No drama. Everything sorted, right? Hopefully I am looking too far into it. But I've said from day one that I believe there's something in this story because why are they coming back again and again? Yeah. But listen, we'll see what happens of it. Hopefully the deal gets done. I remember Saka towards the end of his contract. He was being linked with Liverpool and Dortmund. Everyone panicked. 2 weeks later, he was holding up the shirt. New deal. Nothing to worry about. So let's see. You know, let's see what happens with that. Big up Camille with that super chat as well. Much appreciated. Someone saying you missed another super chat. Let me find that. Big up Ans94. Villa are bullying Arsenal in the transfer market. It honestly feels and looks like a year 7 bully and a year 11 in the playground. If ESR ends up at Villa, I'm done. Bruv, if Smith Rowe went to Villa, I think the fans would go absolutely mental. But what I'm saying is it shouldn't take something like that to make our fan base go mad. We need to go mad right now. We're 8th. We're 8th. We're struggling to attract players. We're not in Europe. We should have blown up from time ago. It should be like Armageddon going wild outside the Emirates. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't put with another year of this. They need to spend money in this transfer window. But will they? You know, it's not looking great at the moment, but we'll have to see. Again, we move on. A couple more stories, people, and then I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day. 1,400 of you in here. Great support again. Don't forget, people, I'm back tonight at 7:40. It will be the Italy against Spain watch-along Euro 2020 semi-final. Will England potentially be facing one of these two teams on Sunday, or, you know, will there be a shock tomorrow? Obviously, I'll be doing the watch-along tonight and watch-along tomorrow. And just to let you all know, Kevin Campbell is back on the show tomorrow, 2 p.m. Haven't had Kev on for a while. I'll pick his brains on all things Arsenal. I'm sure he'll dress it all up and tell me, you know, we're doing loads of work in the background and we're going to sign all these players and we'll talk England, we'll talk the Euros. And of course, it wouldn't be a Curtis Shaw, Kevin Campbell link up without me mentioning the manager, Mikel Arteta. So we will be talking about that tomorrow. Let's have a look at the last couple of stories, people. In one involving Said Kolasinac. Kolasinac has apparently asked for Arsenal to terminate his contract. He's in talks at the moment now. Man said, but it's the players. That will be back tomorrow, by the way. Kolasinac has been talking for the last 2 weeks to Fenerbahce about going there. Fenerbahce are saying they cannot afford his wage and a transfer fee. So Kolasinac earns £100,000 a week. I mean, how is a player like that on £100,000 a week? And Kolasinac wants to agree a deal with Arsenal to terminate his deal and do something similar to what Socrates did, Mustafi and Mesut Ozil, and he's trying to come to an agreement with Arsenal where he will get paid off a portion of his wage and then go and sign for Fenerbahce. I think this one will happen. Arsenal need to get rid of him. He's not good enough. And, let's hope we can move him on and get that one done. Fenerbahce will go back to join Mesut Ozil. Maybe Kolasinac will go over there and protect him again. Let's see how it happens. Darren said, just cancel it ASAP. Taylor said, damn, I'm enjoying because of you, Curtis. Big up, bro. Looks like he still wants to be the bodyguard for Ozil, I'm telling you. Dragon said, bro, come on, Omri, Fabregas, all the names said it. No ambition. That's why they left to go on to win things. A lot of people have said it. The warning signs have been there for a long time. And I don't think the club have been, woke and seen it. It's been coming a mile off, let's face it. Van Persie told us nearly a decade ago that this club is not, this club doesn't have the ambition. They're more interested in earning money than they are in winning the league. And it's been coming, and now we're paying the price, unfortunately, for what has been happening for over a decade. So let's see what happens with that. Matteo Guendouzi, he has completed his deal to Marseille. We did speak about this yesterday. He's completed the move. 1 year loan, £1 million loan, and they will buy him for £10 million next season. He has joined Marseille. Listen, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I think a lot of people get very frustrated with the whole Guendouzi situation. Some people view it as, listen, just get rid of him. He's petulant. He's immature. He's not that great. Some people view it as, listen, this guy's got talent. He's 21 years of age. He cared about the football club. We should have given him an opportunity. It seems to be a big split. £10 million for a 21-year-old with potential, I think, is a poor bit of business for Arsenal. Again, why did we allow this guy's contract to run down to 1 year? We call it a self-sustaining model, but we don't sustain. We don't sustain our football club. You should always have yourself in a position where if you have a young player at the football club with potential, he's got 3 years, 4 years left on his deal. So if a club decided to come and sign Guendouzi, all right, cool, you want Guendouzi. Don't even talk to me unless you've got 20 million, 25 million. This is why Liverpool get 20 million for Solanke, 25 million for Ryan Brewster, 15 million for Jordan Ibe. Bang average players, because those young players have got 3, 4, 5 years left. Matteo Guendouzi could go to France and just disappear. Right, he could go to Marseille, have a bad season, end up at a worse team, and you never hear from him again. But on the other hand, he could go to Marseille, do well, get a 20 million move to PSG, and become a French international. And that's the thing what's crazy, £10 million? It's not a good deal. Like you said, under Emery, he was being touted at 40 million. They were talking about PSG coming in for him. I'm somewhere in between. I don't think he's a superstar, but I think he's better than some of the players we've had. Would I have rather had Guendouzi on the pitch last season than El Neni? Yes. Than Ceballos? Yes. So for me, if he could have solved his differences with Arteta, I would have had him back. But listen, he's gone. We move on. I think 10 million's a very poor price for a 21-year-old with potential. But hey, it's money in the bank. It's not as much as we should have got, but we move on. Go and bring some players into the football club. Hendon Guna said more like a self-imploding model. I'm telling you, that's what it's more like. I don't know what this self-sustaining model is all about. I've heard nothing, Tom, about a sell-on clause. I really hope there is one in there, because you just feel if he gets one more big move, you need a sell-on clause there. Samuel said, Matteo is a baller. I like him. Good luck to Matteo at Marseille. He's a proper talent. Roy said, better than Odegaard, too overhyped. Ian said, Arteta should be on manager loan. I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind Arteta getting loaned out. Matt said, I don't get the love of Guendouzi. He was available for 10 mil this summer. Not one top team came in for him. Maybe he wasn't that good. I think when you go on loan and you don't do well and you go to a team that aren't great either, there's always going to be question marks over how good you are as well. And I don't think he had a great loan. Big C, it's an option to buy, not an obligation to Marseille. I've confirmed it. Is that right? When I read it, I was reading that it was an obligation for Guendouzi. Let me just double check. If it's option to buy, then I'm sorry, but I will be losing my head. I'm just checking now on that one. I will look as we're going through. If it's an option to buy is trending, so you could be right. Oh my days, yeah, you could be right. That's what they're saying. Wow. See, do you know what? Earlier on, Chris, it was saying obligation. Now it's saying option. And Marseille have tweeted it. Marseille have actually tweeted it. Oh, I'm done. I'm finished. What a club. I'm going to bring it up on screen. Big up for you guys putting that in the chat, because earlier on when I checked, it was saying obligation. I mean, the circus just gets out of hand. Look at this. After successfully passing his medical examination, Matteo Guendouzi committed to loan with option to buy with Marseille. Oh, oh dear. Well done. Well done, Edu. Well done, mate. I'm giving him a round of applause. Well, Edu, you are something else. I'm telling you. What did I tell you about this glorified travel agent? I knew it. He's the worst. Obligation. So the guy's got a year left. So, hold on. Oh, my days. Oh, no. Yeah, just end. I feel like I should end the stream there. I don't understand. Therapy session extended. Big up to you guys in the chat for being so on point, because when I started this stream, I read that it was an obligation. This has come straight from Marseille. I've tweeted it. It's like they want us to know as well. Committed to a loan with an option to buy. So in theory, if he goes there and has a stinker of a year, they can go, yo, take that clown back, mate. We don't want him. And we're no better off. So we earn £1 million. Well done, Edu. Well done. I think I should end the stream. The guy's outrageous. Edu, mate, I'm telling you, if you don't come out of this window with some serious talent at this football club, you better be right next to Mikel Arteta on that P45 out of the club. An option to buy. What's the option? Do you want to buy him or not? We're done, mate. We're done out here. Honestly, I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. Big up to you lot in the chat, man. I don't understand. Make it make sense. If it makes sense, then Arsenal won't do it. It's as simple as that. We are the gift that keeps on giving. When you want to make content, anyone out there that ever thinks, you know what, I want to make a YouTube channel, I want to start talking about football, Arsenal are just the easiest club in the world to talk about, because every day the soap opera continues. EastEnders FC, drama settings, power. It's like Ghost in Power, mate. It's ludicrous what's happening at this football club. Option to buy. Try before you buy. These men are basically going in Harrods, buying a Gucci shirt, wearing it for the night with the tag on, and then taking it back to the shop and getting a refund. It's absolutely ridiculous. Edu, you know what? I've been trying to back Edu. I'm not going to lie. I've tried to back Edu for the last few months, because, do you know what? You was here when we was invincible. Yeah, you was in the squad. You played for Arsenal. You was with Wenger. You know what this football club means. I've tried to back him, but I'm losing my patience with that guy very quickly, mate. You can go with Mikel Arteta. You're making a clown of us, mate. You're making a fool of us. Big up Guna Gossip TV. Hope you're well. Hit the like button, people. Big up for tuning in as always. Spotify trial for 1 month. Cancel after 28 days, people, before they take the money out. Oh, my days. Unbelievable. Option to buy. I'm going to give you one more bit of news to try and cheer you up. I don't want you to leave this stream on bad terms. So we're going to try and give you something to cheer up. And we'll finish with this. Gareth Bale is planning to retire from football. Now, I'm not saying that that's good news, but I find it funny because there were rumours that Gareth Bale was going to possibly go back to Tottenham for another year. Gareth Bale said, you know what? Play for Tottenham or retire. I know which one sounds better to me. Gareth Bale retires from club football. He will leave Real Madrid this summer. He's going to take a year out of club football, but he wants to continue to play for Wales until World Cup 2022. I mean, how he stays fit until the World Cup without playing, I don't know. Maybe he'll train or whatever. It's golf time probably. But yeah, retirement or Spurs, only one winner at the end of the day, isn't there? You retire from football. Big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. Nearly 1,500 of you in here. Yeah, Gareth, get yourself to Disneyland, mate, and play golf. I'd rather do that than play for Tottenham all day long, mate. Mini golf and roller coasters sounds good to me. What a stream. I can't believe it. Option to buy. Edu. As I said, Edu, round of applause, mate. Well done. You're the gift that keeps on giving, mate. You know, Mikel Arteta and Edu, mate. Oh, my days. I wouldn't trust them to make me a burger, mate. Never mind run a football club. Big up to everyone for tuning in. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. 7:40 tonight. Italy against Spain. 2 p.m. tomorrow. Me and Kevin Campbell. 7:30 tomorrow. England against Denmark. And it's coming home, people. I'll see you all later on. Thank you very much for tuning in. And option to buy. Oh, my days. Take care, everyone. Bless.